Hi guys, this is my first collaboration with PlusAbility Singapore. Check this out! Today, it's totally different from what I used to share with you because today I'll be hosting a webinar. This is in collaboration with PlusAbility Singapore. They're having a webinar on the employability series, and this is the first of the employability series, and I'm glad to host this webinar. See ya. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everyone, and I hope you are tuned in now to this session. It is such a privilege for me to be with you this morning on this employability series by PlusAbility. I am Chris Tivar, also known as KUYA Pandisoy. This is my brand for my future bake shop and cafe in the Philippines, KUYA Pandisoy. At the same time, this is my YouTube channel, and I hope that today we will have a very interactive session, and today we will have a fruitful session that we will be able to share to you about career advancement and employability itself. And yeah, so today, as I've mentioned, we will be tackling about issues and common issues and problems that we encounter normally when we look for employment. And it's so timely that we have this topic on today's webinar on employability, because a lot of people that has been losing their jobs, a lot of people has been sent back home for OFWs and now they have been sent back home because they lost their employment. And now we will be tackling about all those experiences and those uh, life experiences in terms of employment. And we will be joined today with um, the founder and the founder of PlusAbility. We welcome you to this employability series session. Right. So let me just introduce to you our panel who will be joined today. And yeah, can you join us, Dinah, our founder of PlusAbility? And I hope Simon is able to join us also. Hi, Dinah. How are you today?
Hi, hello, Kuya Pandisoy. Yes, good
Hello.
morning, everyone. Thank you so much for saying yes to be our first host for this employability series. It's really
Thank
an
you.
honor to have you, Kuya Pandisoy, because I know your talent, and I know that you will be able to help us to engage, all our attendees for today. And I like the fact that you have mentioned about employability. And since puro Pinoy naman po ang ating attendees, no, for
Mm-hmm.
today, and this is also my advocacy to really reach out to Filipinos. Yes, I am very excited, Kuya Pandisoy, to share yung mga ilang experiences ko po na marami ako natutunan, maraming insights. And I do hope that through some of those stories, in one way or the other, meron ako maibahagi sa ating mga attendees for
That's
today.
good. Very good. Yeah, good to know that we are all Filipinos here, so that we could able to speak Tagalog. We
Yeah.
will tackle some of those preparations while before going for interviews,
Yeah.
and able for you to be ready when you go out, when you had your scheduled interview. So we will be giving you some insights on that one.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
So why not
Thank you
we
so much.
start with our session today? Thank you so much to our participants who were able to answer all those pool questions. Yeah. And feel free to give us your questions and your suggestions, whatever it is that you wanted to say. Let's just respect each other, okay? So whatever that you have written on the chat box, we'll try to entertain that one. All right. So okay, as I've mentioned, this employability series is first. This is the first of the employability series that on with PlusAbility. PlusAbility and this employability series will tackle about your and our common experiences and our own knowledge about employment, and how do we able to prepare ourselves for employment, and if we're able to those kind of challenges that we face normally. Okay, why don't we first start with sharing by Dinah here.
Philippines, from Bulacan in particular. I have three wonderful children. My spouse is Reggie, yeah, and we're based here in Singapore for the past 17 years. Career profile. I actually, of course, started my career back in the Philippines after I graduated from Ateneo. And I started with my first job in organizational development. So that is
Okay.
actually Kuya Pandisoy, more on the training, no? Training
Mm-hmm.
ng sa company. And
So I am from Cebu, and I graduated with a bachelor's degree of commerce, major in management accounting, and I started also my job in the Philippines way back. I started as customer service in a logistics company, and eventually becomes a sales manager. And then I moved out to, and I started working overseas in Dubai, and finding a few. Managerial jobs, and then now I am currently here in Singapore for 12 years now in Singapore, and been working now as a account sales manager for a publishing company. And with all these things in mind, Dinah, that we had, with all these experiences we had difficulty, and we also had our throwback when we were able to, when we were starting up.
Mhm.
Let's go back first when we started up with our life in the Philippines. Quick throwback of your experiences while you were in college. You're a graduate of Ateneo, and all those experiences that you had. Can you share a bit of your experience on your education, and how it all started, Dinah?
Yeah. Yeah, Kuya Paniso, yes, definitely I'd like to start off with this very important topic about education. Alam natin that before we even embark or before we even kickstart our career, we should have graduated, from college. We should have a degree. And actually, in the Philippines, madaling magkaroon ng degree. Pero I just want to share with the younger people who are with us today that when we come to other countries like Singapore, ibang-ibang
Hmm.
educational system dito. Before you even get a
Exactly.
degree, you have to go through a lot of stages. So secondary, meron pa silang A-level, meron pa silang junior college, meron
Poly, yeah.
pang polytechnic. So I would just like to emphasize that education is very important, especially if you want to have a specialized or niche skill, para that's where you will be known. Now, in my case, syempre nung sa generation namin, no, malaki ang influence ng mga parents. Usually, tatanungin tayo, Kuya Pandisoy, di ba? Anong gusto mo paglaki mo? O, de, mga
Exactly.
common, ano niyan, doktor, engineer, lawyer. So ako, meron influence ang daddy ko sa akin. Gusto niya kasing maging lawyer. In fact, nakapag-law school siya for a few years pero hindi na natuloy. So, for me, I took business management, major in legal management. Kasi ang
Yeah. So being a graduate of Ateneo that time, are you able to experience like a privilege for you to be able to get a job right after graduating or that kind of thing?
Well, I would say yes, bro. In fact, in the latest news right now, if you notice, meron tayong mga ranking ng mga universities no worldwide.
Right. Yes.
Yes, most.
And in fact, in Singapore also, there's also like,
Yes,
that kind of
exactly. And
ranking.
multinational companies would be targeting, this kind of universities who fall or who are, I mean, which are in this top 10 or top 20 in that particular country. In fact, even
Oh.
ICA and even Ministry of Manpower will have this kind of criteria, no? So, but then
Mm-hmm.
I would just want to emphasize, Kuya Pandisoy, na yung school, yes, it's one thing. Pero right now, what is really important is the personal branding and the professional branding. And this is something that I'd like to share with the people here with us na it doesn't matter kung hindi man kayo sa Ateneo, UP or LaSalle, yung mga top university schools. Ang importante dito is right now where you are, try to do your best. Make sure that you
Mm-hmm.
always strive for excellence. And then
Correct.
once you get that first job, make sure lang po na gagawin niyo po yung best ninyo para mas makilala kayo para ma-hone yung skills. Kasi ito bro yung
Mm-hmm.
yung hindi ko alam nung time na yon. Alam mo yun bro, yung tipong
Yes.
parang alam ko lang no'n nung araw na kailangan magkaroon ng trabaho, kailangan kumita. 'Yun, wala
Correct.
talagang mentorship, eh. Walang nagga-guide na, dapat ganito, ganyan." Ngayon, everything is on the internet, everything is digitalized, right? So, you would see that there are tons of insights, tons of, lessons, learnings that people can get from. So, I just want to emphasize sa kailangan regardless of your school, ang importante yung personal and professional branding.
Correct.
Yan.
So meaning to say, you're saying about professional branding. So that means it doesn't matter if you're a graduate of the big schools. I agree with you that getting a job, and getting into employment, it doesn't mean that you have to brand for a big school.
Yes.
We have to take out of that notions, because some people here might think, oh yeah, I have to send my child to a good school because gusto ko magkatrabaho siya ng ganito, gusto ko maging manager
Mm,
siya kaagad,
mm,
dito ganyan.
mm.
So it is still part of you creating your profile
Exactly,
as
exactly,
a
bro. Oo.
as a person. So
Mm.
how do you create your profile, Dana, when when you were starting up? How did you manage to create your profile, your career profile, and how do you plan your career where it is now?
Yeah, that's a great question, Kuya Pan. Professional branding is really very important. And when we say professional branding, it also has something to do with our own character as a person. Ito yung attitude mo, ano yung values mo, how do you collaborate with your peers,
Mm-hmm.
how do you engage your boss, how do you communicate well within the organization. So having said so, before I even switched to the education sector and before I finally found this job, I actually invested, bro, in career coaching. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hindi po siguro po sa Pilipinas, I'm not sure if yung mga students natin diyan ay exposed na to career coach. But then here
Oo
in
nga.
Singapore, it's very widely known. And in fact, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people here are also trying to get certified as a career coach to help,
Yeah.
our younger people, our younger generation, and even experienced professionals and mid-career switchers to kickstart or even transition their career para mas magkaroon sila ng alam mo yung proper
Uh,
direction.
Direction.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yung job description, no, whenever you apply for a job, importante you look at the job description. Importante you look at the must have versus good to have na mga
Mm-hmm.
requirements nila. Customized my cover letter. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
really made effort to customize it. I
Okay.
customized my
Having said that,
CV.
yeah, having said that, sis, is there any secret of creating your profile, on like creating your CV? Like your profile when you create your CV. Is there any secret of that?
I
Or
would say
anything?
hindi talaga secret bro, eh. Meron lang kasi tayong mga ngayon, sa panahon ngayon, okay, kukumpara
Mm-hmm.
natin yung dating paghahanap ng trabaho, dati dyaryo o kaya connection,
Oh
'di ba?
yeah,
Right now,
correct.
I mean, ang mga kapatid, no, yung ngayon kasi digitalized na, no? So, yung opportunity that I found right now is from LinkedIn. So, when we talk about CV writing, ito yung kasama diyan yung professional branding. How do you package your profile in the CV? Kasi para yang pag bumibili ka 'di ba ng shoes o kaya
Shoes, yes.
ng let's say branded bag. 'Di ba may mga
Mm-hmm.
packaging 'yan. So kailangan kasi ganun din yung profile natin, yung career profile natin. Yung CV natin, 'yan yung una mong papakita, 'yan yung unang makikita nung employer. So
Ng
kailangan
recruiter.
'yan
Oo.
well written. At kailangan diyan
Mm-hmm.
nakikita lahat yung mga strength mo, yung mga achievements, and at the same time pati yung values mo. Ngayon medyo
Mm-hmm.
mahirap i-explain 'no, Kuya Pandisoy, pero ito yung mga, ita-tackle ko dun sa workshops, which will be, set and scheduled next month.
Okay, that's quite good. Speaking of that, sis, I hope that for those who are logged in now, that they able to participate on the workshops kasi mas marami kayong matutunan doon. And speaking of that one, creating profile branding and make it more appealing, and the package, yung kung sino ka as a person and that kind of thing. So it has to be well written and all those. Is there a way that we could able to yung tipong makikita mo kaagad? Is it suggested, sis, na kailangan basahin mo muna yung profile ng company na applyan mo, or kailangan aalamin mo yung need nung ano yung ng recruiter? For example, yung job descriptions, you have to really internalize the job descriptions and that kind of thing for you to be able to fit in kung talagang fit ka ba doon sa position or
Ako
whatever.
bro, for me, because I have more than 20 years of experience, no, I would say hindi na numbers game ang nag-a-apply for me. I mean, this is my personal
Mm-hmm.
opinion. I don't want to go for the numbers game because for me, I want my job application to be very targeted. Because,
Okay.
pero siguro when we talk about those younger generations, medyo baka yung numbers game when it comes to submitting applications, pwede pang mag-apply. Pero what I would like to advise is importante that you know the company profile and the values and the culture. How would you
Okay.
know that? First is, of course, you check their website. Second is, you can also, right now, everything is in the social media, no, and we have LinkedIn.
Exactly.
So you can actually try to reach out to those employees, or even clients of those companies, and try to, right
Exactly.
now, everything is digitalized. You can actually try to make use of these tools that are available. So
Mm.
one is Google review. So you can check that out. Another one is Glassdoor. Yung Glassdoor kasi ando doon yung mga employees, past employees o
Mm-hmm.
mga certain companies. So meron silang mga review, okay, about the organization. So you can check that
Mm-hmm.
out. And even salary. Makikita nyo doon kung ano yung average salary or market rate. Oo.
Salary na
So ngayon,
offer.
everything is
Oo.
very transparent. So kaya ang swerte
Correct.
ng mga younger generations kasi all information are there. So all you need to do now is whether ito ba ay tugma sa values ko? Ito bang function na to or role na to is something that I really like to do para
Oh.
you can really, establish your career in this
Career.
kind
So
of
so you're
role.
saying, sis, with this that you have mentioned, are you saying that you're suggesting for the new graduates, especially for those who are looking for not just really new graduates, but for those who are looking for upscaling their their positions and their employability now, that they have to be able to sisipagan lang talaga nila, sisipagan nila
Yes,
mag-click, sisipagan nila magbasa, and they have to equip themselves well,
exactly.
like they have to read and equip themselves well
Yes,
for them
yes.
to be able to be ready,
Yes,
you know
tama
to,
Kuya Pandisoy. And during the job interview, employers will be expecting you to know about the organization. Yeah, hindi
yan na
pwedeng
yung bago ngayon, di ba?
yes,
Ngayon na yung
hindi
bago
pa
ngayon,
pwedeng
sis,
wala kang
kasi
alam about the
alam,
organization. Yeah,
oo,
kasi everything is in the internet. So the expectations right now during the job interview process is higher. Well, that's
correct.
the
I
reality.
agree with that.
That's the
Yeah, I
reality.
remember when I was new graduate, and naalala ko lang na nagsusulat pa talaga ako ng mga guide questions, possible questions, and that kind of thing. Is that still applicable these days na magsusulat ng ganon?
Meron kasi bro tayong mga, I would say, canned questions. Ito yung mga, alam mo yung standard
Common.
questions. Yeah, standard questions sa
Ah,
mga employers. Pero right
uh
now, I'm
like,
not sure bro
what is your
kung
strength and your weakness?
yeah, pero ngayon bro, medyo tricky. Okay, I want
Mm,
to give this point of view to all people here. We are now actually, we are now in the globalization of the workplace. Everything is
correct.
globalized. So
Yes.
when we say it's globalized, as technologies continue to evolve, even the hiring process continues to evolve. In fact, recently in Channel News Asia, there is this great article or news about job interviews right now. Instead of just 3 interviews before you get the offer, umaabot pa siya ng 5 or even 6. So they call it now
Wow.
marathon interview.
Marathon
So
interview.
so kaya nga kanina yung audience natin ang sabi nila, 'di ba yung job interview yung pinaka parang most challenging for them.
Most challenging,
So
yes.
imagine you will have to go through that phases right now. And why is this happening? Kasi in the organization, um, lalo na siguro kung big organizations, no? Sometimes the job requirement can just change. For example, you have gone
Mm,
through the two interviews, no? Okay, wow, ang 'di ba syempre yung confidence mo, uy, mukhang ako na
correct.
makukuha dito. After
Oo.
the third interview, you will get to know na, oh, sorry, there's another level of interview. We will call you if you are shortlisted. Why is that happening? Kasi ngayon Kuya Pandisoy, nagche-change din yung requirements as
Mm.
these interviewers or these stakeholders in the organization talk to each other. And then
Oh,
sometimes because of the fast-paced advancement of technology, pati yung expectations pagdating dun sa job function nagbabago din. So ang nangyayari
oo.
ngayon, yung nakita mong job description ngayon sa
Naiba na.
online, sometimes yun yung unang job posting. Pero mapapansin mo, no, lalo na kung nakababad kayo sa LinkedIn, magkakaroon ulit ng bagong posting after 1 week. Meron na namang bagong job
Hmm.
job functions. Either nadagdagan or totally na iba.
Oh, does it mean sis na ano, does it mean na yung company ay expect more sa mga bagong applicants ngayon
Yes.
or yung in
Yes,
terms of
expectation will
employability?
definitely be there, bro. It's higher. Pero what I'm just trying to say is there are instances, well, I would say na hindi naman laging nangyayari, pero there will be
Mhm.
times na ito yung particular job posting ngayon. Pero mamaya during the process, no, habang nandoon ka na sa interview process sa different advanced stages of the interview, biglang magbabago yung requirements nila. Either
Oh, okay.
magdadagdag or totally magbabago siya. Yes,
Bago. Okay.
yes.
Having said that, Sisa, with all these things that you have been sharing now, last time kasi I remember also when I was, kasi nung nag-start ako, I graduated in 1999. I'm an Octoberian. Kumbaga yung mid-year, October ako nag-graduate kasi I finished my degree for 3 years only kasi nagmamadali ako
Mhm.
mag-graduate kasi gusto ko makatulong kaagad sa family. Last time kasi ang orientation talaga is you have to have your CV, like you limit your CV or your resume for 2 pages only. So kailangan lang talaga 2 pages siya. So ano pagka lumampas na siya sa 2 pages, ano na yan, parang no na kasi mapagod na daw magbasa yung mga recruiters. Tapos at the same time, ang advice talaga nila is you have to wear like your Sunday's best. You know,
Yes.
kailangan talagang presentable ka, kailangan sa atin, kailangan nakakurbata ka, naka-long sleeve ka, ganito to ganyan. Presentable ka. And we don't really wear rubber shoes when we were interviewed last time. Now, these days kasi, I understand that people really wear sneakers. You know, that kind of shoes now these days. But last time kasi, you have to wear your shiny leather
Yes.
shoes talaga, ito ganyan.
Naalala ko pa 'yan.
Ganun. So, is it still applicable these days? Sis? When we, in order for us to prepare for to go for interview, do you think that's still applicable? Like we have to make sure that our CV has to be 2 pages, and our appearance also when going to interview has to be like that. That we are long sleeves and and that kind of formal. Is that still applicable
Okay,
these
sige,
days?
Kuya Pandisoy, I'll start with the CV. Okay. That's a great question kasi ako I struggled, no? Kasi biruin mo more than 20 years of experience. Paano ko pagkakasyahin yan sa 2 pages, right? So, what
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to emphasize is ang importante is yung the content, the format. And yes, I would agree. Hindi naman pwedeng 5 pages of CV yung isa-submit natin, especially for those na more than 10 years of experience. So what's
Correct.
important is just to highlight ano yung mga relevant achievements and skill set mo dun sa particular job posting that you're applying to. Kaya hindi pwedeng, for
Okay.
example, kung let's say nakalimang companies ka or let's say 10 companies, no, in your entire career, kailangan ilagay mo lahat doon yon. Not
Lahat.
necessarily.
Oh,
So the career coach who guided me really told me to summarize, okay, all the achievements, all the competencies na relevant doon sa
relevant
particular job
sa
description.
position.
Exactly.
Oh,
Pero ngayon, ang dami ng mga ano, Kuya Pandisoy, when it comes to templates. So,
correct.
digital na rin ngayon. So, yung mga, nung araw, di ba tayo, Kuya Pandisoy, Word document,
Word
hirap-hirap pa tayo
document.
kung paano i-aano, o tab, ganyan.
Oo,
Ngayon everything is just so marami ng templates. So ang
templates.
importante lang,
Oo,
although maganda yung template ngayon, ang importante yung meat, yung content kasi kahit
content.
papaano,
Correct.
titingnan pa rin naman, babasahin pa rin naman yan ng employers. Pero ito yung isang catch, especially for the younger generations. Right now, you are
Mm-hmm.
dealing with everything is being automated. So we have the ATS or automated tracking system.
Mm-hmm.
Especially this is applicable for big companies. So pag yung mga keywords na nalagay mo sa CV ay wala doon sa job description, hindi makukuha yung resume mo, unfortunately. Maski sobrang galing mo, maski alam mo yung dapat gawin. So kaya importante
Oh,
you always have the job description, and then try to focus on how will you write your CV na kasama dun sa parang tone or style,
tone.
yung
Oo,
communication style
oo.
nitong company.
Communication.
So kailangan
Oo.
talaga customized, bro.
Ngayon kasi sis, kasi 'di ba naka-experience na tayo ng mga virtual interviews. Now, these days kasi marami na talaga yung mga virtual interviews kasi with the current situation now that
Yes,
pandemic
okay. Yan
ito
yung
ganyan.
second question mo, no, Kuya Pandisoy, about naman sa
Oo,
interview. Siyempre kapag physical, kasi dito sa Singapore, meron pa ring mga actual na interviews na nangyayari sa office.
interviews, oo, sa
Definitely, you still
office.
have to wear something professional. So,
Mhm.
definitely no yung sneakers, no? Pero when it come to virtual interviews, itong ganitong online interview, importante is, of course, you wear something na professional pa rin. And it's
Correct.
still best that you still assume that you are going to the office. Kasi merong
Office,
iba, top lang
oo.
yung iibahin, no? Tapos biglang
Oo,
naka-shorts pala dun sa o
oo.
naka-pajama sa bottom.
Sa
Oo, pero
bottom,
minsan
oo.
may mga funny incidents, no? Kailangan mo palang tumayo or nakalimutan mong i-off yung camera. O paano kung
Kamera,
makita yan
oo.
nung
So,
interviewer,
paano
'di
ba
ba?
sis, kailangan ba talaga katulad ngayon sa mga virtual interview, kailangan ba talaga maganda yung background mo, hindi ka nasa ganito, ganyan? Kailangan ba talaga yon
Yes,
or
yes, we have to stay professional. Yeah, siguro
okay.
unless na lang kung
So you have to be in a room talaga sis
yes,
na clear yung background
exactly.
and yung parang ikaw lang yung focus doon
Yes,
sa
oo.
room na yon.
Mm,
Okay. Okay, I understand.
mm,
That's a very helpful for everyone now na ngayon kasi nag-evolve talaga. As
mm.
you mentioned earlier, nag-evolve talaga ang interview process, ang mga lahat-lahat ng ano. Ngayon, with this in mind sis na lahat-lahat ng ito ngayon, currently both of us are in Singapore and we know how hard it is in Singapore these days, especially for our fellow men na medyo ano ngayon kasi dahil marami dito na employment pass holders, medyo ganyan. Ano ang ma-suggest mo sis or ano ang ma-advise mo sa kanila for them to be ready in terms of for example for those who are losing their jobs, yung mga
Hmm,
nawalan ng
hmm.
trabaho kasi marami sa pool questions natin na yun yung ano nila, yun yung worry nila kanina na losing their jobs because of pandemic and all.
Yeah,
Ano ang
ang
mai-advise
masasabi
mo,
ko
sis?
diyan, Kuya Pandisoy, is let's be proactive than reactive.
Okay.
What I mean by being proactive is, again, I'm going back, always make sure that your professional branding has online presence. Because whether we like it or not, employers, recruiters are now looking at online profiles. So for instance, if you have your Facebook profile, siyempre meron kayong ano diyan ano, mga personal profiles. As much as possible,
Profiles.
don't make
Oo.
it public. Kasi yung mga
Oh,
personal na yan, titingnan yan, eh, ng recruiter kahit papaano. Eh, papaano kung
oh,
meron
like
ka
yung
diyang mga
may
posting na
inaaway.
o
Yung inaaway mo yung kapitbahay na
oo, may mga
nangungutang sa'yo na hindi
negative kang
bumabayad.
remarks, oo. Yung
Oo.
iba naman baka naka
Oo.
two-piece or baka naka-trunks, 'no? Yung mga when we talk about
Okay.
professional branding, yung presence, nasa LinkedIn kasi lahat.
LinkedIn.
So,
Oo,
maganda
totoo.
if you already try to boost your professional presence in LinkedIn. So, that's
Mhm.
one. Para sa gano'n, makikita ka nila, makikita ng mga recruiters that, oh, ang ganda ng ano, ng profile nito. Ganda ng
Profile.
tenure, ang
Oo.
ganda ng track record. More than 5 years in the
Mm.
company, and then serving the clients very well. I mean, if you have
Oo.
this kind of professional branding and online presence in LinkedIn, you know what? You will be expecting to be parang mapansin. Yan. Kumbaga, 'di ba
Mm.
kung sa Instagram, sa Facebook maraming followers,
Facebook.
YouTube maraming
Oo.
followers. In LinkedIn, hindi lang followers, you will actually gain the respect, and
Respect.
they will see your
Oh.
credibility as a professional.
Oo. Ako, I agree with that, sis, na ano, na sinabi mo na talagang kailangan mo i-create yung profile mo, and yung especially these days na digital talaga. So ako talaga, I put myself on LinkedIn. Last time kasi hindi, ano ba yung LinkedIn na yan? Ito, ganito. Tapos ang dami nagsasabi sa akin, hey Chris, you have to put yourself on LinkedIn,
Mm,
and kailangan i-create mo yung profile mo and everything and
mm,
all those things. Having said that, sis, kasi kung balik tayo doon sa ano, sa pag-prepare for yourself for interview. Kasi these days kasi with the digitalizations and with those virtual interviews, like yung ano ngayon, last time kasi we've been taught like yung proper eye contact
mm,
with the interviewer,
mm,
proper gesture, like hindi kailangan na sobra kang magalaw,
mm,
nakatuto ganyan. Yung ganun lang ang galaw mo, limited yung galaw mo, and yung pleasant yung dating mo, and you have to, really look at on the interviewer para makatch mo yung attention, and they were able to see your sincerity of your answers and all
mm,
those
mm,
things.
mm.
Is that still applicable these days, sis? Na kailangan ganun
Yes,
ka yung
definitely.
ano?
Definitely, Kuya Pandisoy. In fact, right now, no, we are having this webinar. It will be good if you still establish that eye contact. You just imagine that you're
Look at the
talking to,
camera.
yeah, the person, yeah, through the camera, through the webcam. So kailangan ma-practice
Exactly.
'yon, and then even itong ganito, yung whatever we are doing now, yeah, at least
Oo.
sa may chest area, kung kaya hanggang tummy area na
Open, yeah.
ano, yeah, importante 'yan.
Straight,
Yeah,
yeah.
importante 'yan. Yes.
So hindi ka slouchy, at saka kailangan mo talaga, you have
Saka
to be
saka
ano,
Kuya Pandisoy,
up-
body language makikita pa rin 'yan, eh, 'no? Maski online,
exactly.
oo, oo,
Oo, I agree with that one. I agree.
mm.
So we have tackled a lot of things today. Sobra akong maraming natutunan in terms of employability and all these things. Having all these things in mind, sis, na lahat ng mga ginagawa mo ngayon, and sa lahat ng mga mga ideas na meron ka. I think you are very much ready onto a new role of becoming really a coach, and at the same time, what is really your plan of having um, all these things in mind? Ano ba talaga ang plano mo, sis? Why that you're able to create this new plus ability that you
Yeah.
had now?
Maraming salamat Kuya Pandisoy for including that question. Actually may na-prepare akong ilang slides, pero I just like to
Okay.
share a few insights and introspection, no, yung reflections ko before we even launch today's webinar. Kasi
Okay.
Kuya Pandisoy, struggle ng mga professionals when it comes to their
Mm-hmm.
career pathway. They feel that they're stuck. They feel that they are lacking all these digital skills to stay relevant and employable. So habang
Oh,
nakakausap ko sila, Kuya Pandisoy, sa totoo lang, naaalala ko tayong mga Pinoy, they have all the talent. They are credible to stay in the organization. However, they are affected by the tightening policies to help, our fellow Filipinos who are in this kind of situation. And second one is, of course, yung ating younger generations. Lalo na yung mga graduating students, yung mga pamangkin ko dyan, mga pinsan ko dyan sa Philippines. I know na through, my own personal experience and also whatever I'm doing right now in this institute, the way I do the career consultations for Singaporeans and PRs, I will be able to do that for all of you as well. Pero nakapag-sign up ng membership, sana po mag-sign up kayo
membership.
para po sa ganon, you
Oo.
can be receiving po yung mga handouts, yung recordings po ng ganitong webinar natin para kung gusto nyong balikan, meron kayong nakalimutang insight, pwede nyo po yung panuorin. And
Panoorin, oo.
then, of course, last
Yeah.
but not the least, sana po patuloy niyo pong suportahan ng PlusAbility. And I hope na mas marami pa po na mag-join ng mga ganito pong mga events
Mm.
natin, and who would also try to reach out and volunteer like si Kuya Pandisoy to support, this kind of advocacy. Ayan.
Please join, and please click on the link for you to be able to register yourself for PlusAbility, especially for people of PlusAbility. Let's continue to help one another, and let's continue to win this pandemic, and we're able to stand with all these things that's happening in the world.
Yes.
Please, again, thank you so much for letting me take part of this particular sessions. And I am so happy to be your guest host on today's session. And I learned a lot from you. At the same time, I was able to, I hope that we're able to apply all those learnings that I have. And this is also the suggestion that I would love to give to everyone here. Please apply whatever that you hear, whatever that you have known for any sessions. You have to apply it, because not unless that you're able to apply it, it still remain
Yes,
stuck in your mind.
exactly.
So yeah, so let's do our part. Let's do our share to be able to survive in all this global crisis and all these things. So never stop looking on opportunities, because opportunities will just be there. And yeah, continue to strive hard. And let's all help one another, like being involved in the PlusAbility and PlusAbility of this people that we're able to help will be able to help you also one day somehow. Yeah. All right. Again, thank you so much to everyone that.
Hi guys, thank you so much for being with me today as I hosted the Employability Series in collaboration with PlusAbility Singapore. I hope you get something and learn something out from that conversation. Yes, please check on PlusAbility. You will learn a lot. And there are more of this kind of webinars coming out soon. Yes? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next time. Until the next adventure of KUYA PANDISOY. I'll see you again. See ya. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oops. For those of you who haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe, and please do not forget to click on the bell button for the notifications for the upcoming videos. I'll see ya. Thank you. Bye. Please help me spread out the good news. Please do not forget to comment, like, and share. Thank you.